What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And with the release of the X200 Ultra just around the corner, I was expecting something more like this. Instead, we're getting something more like this. Let me explain. So in this video, I am going to tell you the confirmed specifications of the Vivo X200 Ultra. I'm going to give you a rough idea of the price and the release date, and of course, where you can buy the device. Now, firstly, the phone I showed you in the intro was the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. And when I said I expected the X200 Ultra to be more like this, I meant the cameras. Quad 50 megapixel lenses, three 50 megapixel lenses and one 200 megapixel zoom lens. This phone is the Vivo X100 Ultra, a triple camera setup with two 50 megapixel lenses and one 200 megapixel zoom lens. I was really hoping that the upcoming X200 Ultra would have quad lenses. Purely from a versatility perspective, having the extra focal length just makes things easier, especially when it comes to portrait photos. For context, on the X100 Ultra, which produces the best portrait photos in my opinion, you are limited though to 1x, 2x and then the 4.2x optical portrait modes. If they added, like Samsung and Xiaomi, a fourth lens that had a 3x optical zoom for 3x optical portraits, because for me that's a sweet spot for portrait images, yeah, I would have been much happier. However, it's not a complete deal breaker because the X100 Ultra's triple camera setup and the more recent Vivo X200 Pro triple camera setup won the Camera of the Year in 2024, so it's not all bad. Now, before we talk about other specifications of the new 200, I do just want to confirm the thumbnail, that burgundy vegan leather colour. That is an official leak of how one of the variants of the phone will look, and I am all for it. Yes, you're going to get your standard white and black variants, but I love a more out there colourway with a vegan leather back. So design wise, while it's not reinvented the wheel, you could be mistaken if you thought that the white X200 Ultra was just the white X100 Ultra. But that burgundy stands out, and design wise, I absolutely love it. Again, not groundbreaking, but I'm looking forward to it. And by the way, that's the one I'll be getting. And I will do a full comparison video, the X100 Ultra versus the X200 Ultra. The other key headline differences though are, well, generational. Because it's a whole year newer, you're getting the newer Snapdragon chip. You're getting the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip with Android 15 and Origin OS 5, I think we're on now. So internally, it'll be a powerhouse, and that Origin OS software skin is China only, but folks remember, the X200 Ultra will not get a global release, it will only be Chinese. I will do videos nearer the time to update you and show you how to set it all up, but rest assured, not only will you get the Play Store with no APKs or workarounds, you're going to get Android Auto. There's your first bombshell. The X100 Ultra has it, the X Fold 3 has it, the X200, all Chinese versions have Android Auto now. So I believe, out the box, the X200 Ultra will have Android Auto baked in. Now, in terms of other specifications, because it's the Ultra variant, it gets a slightly higher resolution panel, a Quad HD display, slightly curved edges around the corners and sides, but as close to flat as Vivo has ever come to a flat panel display. If you've got the X200 Pro, you're basically holding what the X200 Ultra will be. Now that 6.82 inch 120Hz panel will be a 2K resolution as mentioned, it will be fantastic. But all this power, all that display, all those cameras need to be powered by a decent battery. And again, in another massive upgrade over the X100 Ultra, the new variant has the same 6000 mAh battery that the X200 Pro brings. Now I know what you're probably thinking, because I've had the same thoughts. Is it worth getting the X200 Ultra if you own the X200 Pro? No. As I sit here now, I can't see why you would want to upgrade from the Pro to the Ultra, which again sounds weird from someone that has his own store and wants to sell these devices, but I'm just being honest with you. Now, if it had had the quad cameras that I hoped it would, then there's maybe an argument to say go ahead and upgrade. But because it's essentially the same cameras, slightly better sensors, but same focal lengths as the X100 Ultra or the X200 Pro, yeah, leaves a little bit to be desired. Now, in terms of the release date and price, I am pleased to say that roughly 25 days from now, 3 weeks on Friday to be specific, this phone will be released and shipping will commence. Before that date, I will have pre-orders on the Average Dad Tech Store. And in terms of price, this is where the Vivo always has the upper hand compared to phones like the Xiaomi 15 Ultra and Samsung S25 Ultras out there. Because let's not forget, the Vivo X100 Ultra was the phone of the year last year, tied with the X200 Pro. And it could be picked up brand new for just over £700 for the base storage version. You could go up to the terabyte for about £930. And the X200 Ultra? Well, I am confident that you are still going to be able to purchase the base storage variant for a little under £800, and the maximum storage variant, 1 terabyte of storage, 16 gigabytes of RAM, is going to be a little under £1,000. So again, competition wise in terms of price, the £1,300 Xiaomi does not offer 25% more than the X200 Ultra when it comes out. So value for money wise, the Vivo's going to be the one for you. Now, I know you're going to have lots of questions on the Vivo, so leave them in the comments below. This week and next, I will have more and more information regarding pricing and any other specifications, but folks, it's the X100 Ultra just with slightly bigger battery and newer chip. That's ultimately what we're getting here. And of course, that stunning new vegan leather burgundy version. However, there is something else to keep an eye on. The Oppo. Yes, the Oppo X8 Ultra is slated to come out even slightly before the X200 Ultra. So in what? 10 to 14 days? You could probably get your hands on it, which is just wild when you think how good the X8 Pro was. I've said it again, and I'll keep saying it. We are absolutely spoiled when it comes to Android mobile phones. Now, we are hitting somewhat of a precipice. I do believe that things will have to plateau at some point. But while we've got Huawei out there bringing out phones like the Mate X-T and the Pura X, then there's always something else to look forward to if you want to veer away from a candy bar style phone. I'll be back soon with more content, probably an update on that Oppo X8 Ultra, which will be in the store imminently. Until then,